Welcome back, dreamers. Today we got another project breakdown for you. This time it's a lyrical breakdown, and Pucho is going to be telling us about his song, Lighting.
Indeed. So now, just follow me.
Conscious every time, conscious all the time. Focus all the time, focus on the grind. Real hard for me to let it go at times. Life is a wave, I gotta ride all the time.
So lighting. This is a genius episode on lighting, or well, I guess dreams call it. Project breakdown. Alright. Conscious every time, conscious all the time. Focused all the time. Focused on the grind. Real hard for me to let it go at times. Pretty much what I'm trying to say there is that I'm a pretty conscious person in everything I do, and sometimes it's not necessarily good. It's kind of like a double-edged sword, because sometimes you want to be really present in the moment and not necessarily think about everything you should be conscious about. And for me, that's kind of hard to balance in a sense. When I'm supposed to be focusing on one thing, maybe I have everything else still in my mind bothering me. So yeah, I'm focused all the time, focused on the grind, trying to be focused on this rap shit. You know, sometimes it's hard, sometimes it ain't that hard, but it really depends on the vibes really. And yeah, as I mentioned earlier, it's real hard for me to let go at times. And then the next line is, or the next part is, life is a wave, I gotta ride all the time. We're already here, what do we gotta fear? Nothing should restrict me from living out my years. Life is something that's gotta be cheered, but be aware which direction you steer. Meaningless shit should not be keeping us down. Pretty much, life is a wave, you know, you gotta find out how to ride it, figure out how to ride it, because if not, you could just be pummeled underneath the water. Also, we're living, so might as well just enjoy life, you know, not necessarily worry too much about what you're fearful of and whatnot. And yeah, nothing should really stop me from living out my years, you know, you gotta, again, as I mentioned earlier, be present in the moment so you really enjoy life for what it is. And the line I really like here is be aware which direction you steer, because certain paths that one may take could end up fucking you over or could do wonders for you. So it really depends which way you're heading. Now the next part, talk about it, nothing wrong with just hearing each other out. Take everything in, get your life out the dim lighting that you're living in. Life ain't about fighting, it's about finding who you are, who you will become. Life is just about communicating, going through the problems you may have, and the only way to really solve them is by talking about it, you know, not keeping shit in. And if you do so, if you do that, then at some point you would just implode, and that's not necessarily a good thing for anyone. You gotta really take everything in, any type of criticism or whatever that people may be telling you, because at the end of the day, when people tell you something, they're saying it for a reason that might help them or help you. And so just, take it in, see what they gotta say, see from their perspective. And there's nothing wrong with that. And then they will do the same. And that's, the golden rule, do unto people what you want them to do unto yourself. So yeah, again, life ain't about fighting who you are, it's more about finding who you are. So, just go out there, be wild, fucking figure yourself out in it. Oh yeah, now this is your part.
So, my part in this is just keeping on with the theme that Pucho set up in the song. So, lighting, it's about a world with darkness and light. So just gotta keep on chasing the light, embrace the struggle, embrace the fight. And so essentially this just means, sometimes the world will be dark, and you just gotta keep on chasing for that one thing that you truly like, the one thing that you're truly passionate about. In our case, for example, it's music that keeps me going sometimes when you just want to fucking shut down. And continuing, darkness is the absence of light. Light up a candle so you can see the night. And essentially this just means it's sometimes it's a dark world and you just gotta light up your own candle, you gotta see something beautiful, appreciate that shit, and be happy, and that's it, There's not much more to life sometimes. You just gotta be happy with what you can find the happiness within the things around you, and then that's about it, That's pretty much the message of the song is don't let yourself get shut down by the darkness of the world, be your own light in this world. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'll see you later.
Next part. We all evolve, grow through problems that we solve, problems that require digging deep, and that's where you would see the inside of D. Yeah, we all evolve essentially through the problems one has, and through the solving of them, you know, you start learning about how to limit those issues that you had in the past. And it's just like a learning curve, you know. And yeah, and once you go through those problems that are actually fucking hard, really, that you gotta really like dig deep, that's where you actually know like who you are and where you come from and where your strengths are. And so even though people tell you sometimes to like shy away from what's bothering you or what issues you may have, you should actually just go through them and figure it out. Now, once you're there, gotta try and understand, comprehend your inner self. And are you reflecting who your inner self is? I'm sorry to be telling you this, because who you are is maybe who you thought you wouldn't be. So pretty much here again, you know, when you like dig deep and you actually figure out who you are and where your strengths are coming from, you might end up seeing that you might not be as strong as you once thought or as weak as you once thought. Things may not align with what you expected from yourself, and it's not really a bad thing. It's just, you know, again, life is about finding who you are, and in my opinion, people keep evolving over time and you change over time, so it's not really a bad thing. And it ties into the next part. But it's all good. Life's a journey. It's ups and downs. Look at it this way. Each little step will get you above the ground. Rather think about moving up than complain about being down. There's no reason to focus on a frown. Again, here, you know, life's a journey, ups and downs. Just like I mentioned, you keep evolving, and you know, you'll go through shit moments and great moments, but it's just a matter of not necessarily looking at it like that it's shit moments all the time or good moments all the time. It's just, you know, try to embrace both parts of life, and that will end up leading to growth. And again, focus on the good things. Not necessarily a good thing to focus on the bad things, but it's kind of hypocritical what I wrote here, but it kind of makes sense. Because earlier on in the song I was mentioning that, like, you know, you got to go through your bad shit to, like, you know, go and get some growth. And in the end I'm saying, like, no reason to focus on a frown, but you get what I'm trying to say. Like, don't like hit yourself too hard, but still go through the problems you have. And that's lighting for you, lads. I didn't even look at this fucking camera ever. Not once.
Embrace the struggles, embrace the fight, keep on fighting, yeah. Don't you stop, don't just the absence of light.